Different starting five. They've been the same for their first 12 games of the season. Both teams are 1-0 in Big Ten play this
team go. She's the quarterback, she's the floor leader. They need her on the floor to make them push.
Area Fenn show and go.
Those are program wins for Kim and her program. They would really continue to set new standards.
The roller, Grabovskaya ties the game at.
That's just a nice lob for Grabovskaya to the bucket.
Nice pass from Von Oelhoffen. Marshall drops it in.
That's the vision that Von Oelhoffen.
Women's college basketball, no restricted area. So that is legal guarding position. As Camp Schrader rattles it home. Two won a state title together at Long Island Lutheran in New York. Camp Schrader lining another one up. How much of that, though, was Olsen going a little bit early?
Well, and if you're not taking your defender into the screen, sometimes, you know, you get that illegal screen. So you've got to be careful. It's also the ball handler as well.
Watkins using the Marshall screen. Marshall flashes open. Showing some composure. No call. Layup. Slicing in, Camp Schrader. She has really unlocked her game. Of course, Michigan, a predominantly guard-based team, usually starting 5 guards. Today, not the case with swords out. So far, USC has scored every single point either in the paint or with a free throw. Area Fenn once more. Offensive rebound, Kennedy Smith. Watkins going to work. Heckel tees it up. It's good. And here comes Juju Watkins at the controls for the Trojans. Spots up, looking for her first points. She has them.
You know, and precisely my...
Around the back. Smith, no. Put back, Area Fenn.
Smith wants that bucket back.
Crossover. High finish.
Oklahoma 7 of 9, 5 steals, 6 rebounds. What a line for her.
Michigan back within 4. Talia Von Oelhoffen. Drop off. Marshall.
I think what you're...
Watkins got to her spot. Shot swallowed up. Watkins again.
Yeah, she's getting hot, right? She's just getting hot.
It is 3 charges drawn by Michigan and 3 fouls on Area Fenn. That's a big storyline as Hobbs connects on.
Nice little 2-game there between Hobbs and Olsen. I like it. Hobbs comes over and gives Olsen the ball and then gets a little screen. She kind of fades off, little flare.
Kennedy Smith for 2.
I'm calling it her get-back game was UConn because that was her target to get back to playing, and she set that on her own, and she, in fact, did it. And if you watch that UConn game, Kennedy's
coming back after an extended absence. You're playing UConn on the road, and you hit 3 threes. That's impressive for a freshman. Watkins. Putting the ball in Jordan Hobbs' hands here recently. Van Timmeren back to Hobbs. She hits another 3. Jordan Hobbs is 3 for 5.
Oklahoma, you might remember, if you watched the South Carolina game, she took 16 threes, had 19 points and 8 boards. She can really shoot the rock.
And she's been a senior rock out of Springboro, Ohio, on a team with a whole lot of freshmen. Watkins answers for 3 coming off the time.
Under the bucket for Michigan.
Hobbs off the inbounds for 3 for Jordan Hobbs.
Oh, wow. Well, USC wants to just try to give Michigan chances to get right back in this game. Just a 2-possession game.
certainly felt like the Trojans have control, but Michigan hanging around, and Hobbs picks up two scores, giving them nothing. One is out, and they're only down by 3 at the number 4 team in the country. Different situation for Olsen with Swords out. Maybe pushing it a little bit, feeling the pressure in the first half, but too quick.
Keep score for in practice. She gets to wear it, and AJ, you and I both agree that's not the first time.
She's the ball up the court. Except for maybe Grabovskaya comes up and sets the screen. Here is Olsen. Grabovskaya, the Middle Tennessee transfer.
There, and the putback for Yulia.
She's getting more minutes this year than she got last year. Middle Tennessee is Marshall. Earlier today against Nebraska. That's 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. Big Ten Network. Howell, quick answer. Percent from the line, by the way. Those free throw misses. Another turnover. 2-on-1. Marshall. Foul called. Bucket good. Blocking foul. Points in the first quarter. Hasn't scored since.
There's a big spark, and yeah, you're right. She's just been so quiet since.
Going for more here. There she is. Reddick. Game now without Swords due to injury. Olsen has been quiet. They've turned the ball over 18 times. They're still just down by 4. Here's Olsen. She's fouled and puts it in. Olivia Olsen has all 6 in the third quarter. Title. So she actually loves diving on the floor for loose balls. She feels like she's comfortable laying out. Hits the free throw. It's loose. Dug up by Marshall. She turns and banks it in.
She's been big.
Delphos fouls Watkins. Should be 3 free throws here for Juju. Lost it off the Watkins miss. USC an extra possession. Leah Samuels in the game right now, the Seattle native, sophomore. Off to Iriafen, who's back in there. Slicing in, easy 2 for Iriafen. Watkins attack mode, Howell. Rebound, Iriafen. Putback is in for Kiki.
Kiki is shutting her down, and then at the end, she gets that block shot. Just very refined defense.
The 2 bigs, 2 veterans, Iriafen and Marshall, they bring the energy for this USC team. The veteran leadership, in particular, Iriafen, she brings buckets.
But the paint, not the rim, away from the basket. Her square-up, face-up game really improved when she was at Stanford. I mean, she made leaps and bounds in her square-up, face-up game. I thought she learned how to shoot a little bit further away from the basket. Each year just got better and better. She got more confidence.
High level of shot making going on. Watkins builds the lead.
What goes into scouting and game playing against Juju Watkins? You have to ask yourself the question, how do you guard Juju Watkins? Do you give her space?
In a lot of different ways, something we were talking about coming in as well. We've seen that tonight. Michigan providing some different challenges, hanging around in a hard-fought game, but then USC's found the answers late. Iriafen turns around and scores again. And taken away by Samuels. USC piling it on. Howell. Well, understandable for Michigan to let this one kind of fall out of control late with a missing Sword. Such a for Juju Watkins. 13 for 14 from the free throw line. Jordan Hobbs flips it up and in. 2 minutes to go. At this point, to make a difference, it might need to be 5-on-3 or 5-on-2 with 1:40 left and a 23-point lead. For most of the game, it's been a dominant end of third quarter and then fourth quarter for USC, but there was a while where this was kind of an eyebrow raiser. We expected a competitive game coming in to the weekend. Didn't know what to think.
On Wednesday.
Olsen pulled. First Big Ten home game in program history, and USC beats Michigan by 20 in this top 25 matchup. The number 4 team in the country showing just exactly why in this one. Juju Watkins, her 17th